Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. This is Joe, the bearded historian. He'll tell you an interesting story. Be careful of his soldiers, they can be brats. This is Angel, she's an entity. She'll cause chaos and plant her hands at you. This is Sue, she likes spirits, not the alcohol. She's the reason this channel exists. This is David, he likes fire trucks. He's here occasionally. Bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong, bing bongy bong. We preserve his story.
Good morning, it's Monday. We're almost done with April and on to May. I have to tell you, I am looking forward to summer. Hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit more between Angel's schedule and my schedule, and David's schedule. Things have been shifting a lot, and it's a little bit harder to get out and about because we do not live in an area where there's a lot of things that we have not covered. So we're working on ideas. We've got a few. Hopefully we'll see how that goes. But today I have a video that's a little bit about the history of root beer and how to make natural root beer. So hopefully you enjoy that. Before all that, let us do a race. What kind of race should we do today? But I think root beer. I think summer. And I'll go with fireflies. I guess fireflies are in the summer. And I don't know what else to do today. We haven't done fireflies yet. I gotta lay it up now. Give me a second. Set. Alright, here we go. We've got April, we've got And My Girl, there's Kev, there's April, Jocelyn, Moon, J.A. Girl, there's Trip, there's Tom, Isha, Shadow, Octobob, Marketplace, Cinephile, Belle, I Bring It, Sheena, Lower, Big Ben, Skull, Gen X, Barry, Cable, there's Jerry again, April again, Love and Live, Ace Base, Tay Weezing, April's currently in lead. You go, girl. There's Stock, Phoenix, there's Debbie, And My Girl. Oh, it's going to be And My Girl today. Okay. Took me a minute to find our And My Girl because her special top put her at the bottom of my list, and I was like in ends, but I found her. She does a lot of variety channel, diamond painting, nature, scrapbooking, exploring, gaming. Here's music. Here's relaxation. Here's gaming. Here's some traveling and weather and game or diamond painting on that one. I usually catch her diamond painting. I have caught in a few games. She's wonderful, very supportive. So check her out. Like, share, comment. Have a good day.
So today we're going to learn about root beer. You want to take one of these and pass it around, everybody? Root beer was originally an Indian herbal remedy, medicinal herbal remedy. The early settlers picked it up from the Indians and made it. Yeah, you're going, what? They used it for all sorts of different things. It's the two main ingredients are sassafras and sarsaparilla root. That's what. There's lots of different recipes out there, but this is pretty much a basic one. But the settlers started using it in the 1600s on down through, and Charles Hyers was a pharmacist in the late 1800s, and he started making it, and he was the very first one to manufacture it as a commercial drink and sell it to the public. So the recipe is really, really simple. It's just a tablespoon. I've got 2 cups of water simmering in the pan. So I'm just gonna add a tablespoon of sassafras. And a tablespoon of the licorice.
Do those grow indigenously around here?
They do not.
Oh,
They are indigenous to the eastern part of the country. So I ordered these online. So if you're gonna make this, you'll have to do that. Tablespoon of sarsaparilla. If you listen to the old Western movies, you know what sarsaparilla is. They used to have a drink called sarsaparilla. Tablespoon of that, which is a non-alcoholic drink. And then this is some ginger root that I dried.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you just stir that around, let it simmer for 20 minutes. Oh, I forgot to add the molasses. Add a cup of molasses to it. Get ahead of myself.
Don't forget the molasses.
Can't forget the molasses. That's what they use for sweetener. And that's what makes it brown. It's before the days of high fructose corn syrup and saccharine. All the stuff that isn't good for you.
Are you able to use corn syrup?
You probably could, I suppose, but why would you?
Agreed. Just wondering.
And you could probably use honey or whatever you wanted for sweetener or sugar, but this is what they had at the time. Because if you think about the world in the 15 and 1600s,
Right.
the corn syrup hadn't even been invented yet. I mean, it's
Sorghum, what?
probably. I don't see why it wouldn't. So we just stir that around, and this needs to simmer for like 20 minutes. So we're just going to let that set. This is like I said, was actually in medicinal form. So if I can read without my glasses, it was anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and antifungal. It was good for digestion, fought cancer, joint pain, a whole myriad of things. So it's actually really good for you if you research the individual roots. It was, and that's what the Indians used for. It was a medicinal medicine.
Now, did production take off when Prohibition came to town?
Yes, actually, Hires produced it in 1876 at the Philadelphia World's Fair, and then when Prohibition happened, that's when they by that time they had they made a syrup out of what I've got right here, condensed it down, dehydrated it, and that's when the carbonation came in.
Cool.
Was in the 20s, and that's about the time when A&W and Dad's on all. There's about a half a dozen different root beer names, and that's when they all started getting produced because everybody's like, oh, that's a really good thing. I want to copy it. So we're just going to let that sit, and I've got some chilled. Taste it. Anybody want to taste this stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
Huh?
Why do you need?
Go for it.
It ferments and it makes it fizzy.
Oh,
Because before they had carbonation, that's what they put in it, was the yeast.
Yeah, you're a huge future here.
You love root beer?
Yeah.
It's not going to be what you think.
I was gonna say, this is gonna be a little bit different.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I've only had about 8 different types, so there's a few ones that
original?
surprises you, but others you're like,
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different than what you get in the A&W root beer stand
oh yeah.
right now.
Yep. Exactly. Always try.
You boys want to come up and get a cup?
Go for it. Go get one.
Does anybody have any questions so far? Pretty simple.
Well, when they were using it as a medicine, was it something that they would drink, or was it something that they would make a poultice out of and put it on?
They
the
would drink
skin?
it, but you could put a poultice on
Like
it, you
make
know.
it like a salve.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a salve or, yeah.
Yeah,
or
like a poultice, you know, if you had an infected cut or something, I can see that they'd
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah.
They'll use it on an infected cut or a
So what do you
wound.
think?
Also, just making sure nobody else can get a
Exactly. You know.
I got different.
Different and good. It's different and it's good. But you know, you could make this at home and you know, for yourself if you're, you know, want to boost your immunity or if you want to fight cancer, if you have cancer in your family or preventative.
I remember one guy up at Spearfish, he actually bottled the stuff and was selling it by bottle. And I
The
was
tea
like,
like this.
no, I think he had a whole setup going. We still got the bottle at the house, but I don't think he's ever done it in another year.
Yeah, that's how the original guys did it. It was their home.
Just have a pot kitten and everything,
Yeah,
yeah.
they did it at home, and you know, way back in the early days before it went commercial. Yeah, it was just a homemade home remedy, and it
Little
tasted
brew.
good and home brew. Yep, and it was busy, so that's why I named it root beer because it was a little bit more conducive to selling to the public.
Yeah,
you know, because
yeah.
everybody's gonna go, oh, root tea.
Well, okay, so ginger beer.
It's very similar.
Ginger ale, but using just the ginger root?
Just ginger. And that's what sarsaparilla was too. Was a sarsaparilla tea, and then when they carbonated it in the late 1800s, it became soda. You know, so if somebody wanted something to drink that wasn't alcohol, actual
Right.
beer, it was, you know, they would have that. But yeah, ginger beer, and they're all about the same. So yeah, it's different. And you could sweeten it more if you wanted to put more sugar or honey or something in it. So anybody have any questions?
You guys have any questions?
Why did, why did they start to carbonate it? I mean, what was that about?
It was just made a more refreshing drink.
Oh.
Like the gentleman said during Prohibition or right before Prohibition, you know, they were phasing out alcohol
Yeah.
and they wanted to make an attractive, tasty drink that somebody could have that wasn't alcoholic.
When did carbonation come in to be a thing?
Late 1919s, 1918, right before the 1920s. Yes?
How old since the people make this? How
Probably the when the Indians started. It's hard telling because they didn't have anything in writing, but we know the early settlers in the 1600s started to make when they came over and started settling on the East Coast because all these plants are native to the East Coast, like the Appalachian Mountains and the forests and stuff over there. Yeah, you can't get sassafras root or licorice root here. Sorry, not gonna happen. But anything else?
Well, I was just wondering, I mean, my mom and I were in Yosemite one year, and they have a Soda Springs up there,
Uh-huh.
which is basically it's bubbling carbonated water that
Yeah.
comes out of the ground, and you can fill up your canteen and add some lemonade mix to it, you know, and then you have carbonated lemonade. So did people use carbonated water like natural Soda Springs at that
It
time?
could have been. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not real sure, but very possibly. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I'm sure there's more of those kinds of springs around the country.
right.
Some scientists probably said, well, this looks fun, let's do soming different.
Yeah,
you know.
that's right.
Well, and a lot of if you get into our food histories and stuff, a lot of it's just experimentation.
And accidents.
Lots of accidents.
Hey, chocolate chip
Lo-
cookies one of the best
Lots of
best
accidents.
accidents around.
Potato chips.
She was gonna make
What?
chocolate cookies
Cereal.
and she forgot to melt the chocolate, so she just chopped up the chocolate bar in the dough. That's you didn't know the history of Toll House cookies.
If I'm not mistaken, so was Reese's peanut butter cups.
I don't know about that one.
I don't remember. Oh, it's
Chocolate in my peanut butter.
yeah. It's been a hot minute since I've been to Hershey, Pennsylvania, but
It probably was an accident. Yeah,
Lots of
like,
things
I
are
feel like it
accidental.
should be.
they probably they're good. Same with Toll House cookies, and everybody likes them.
Yeah.
Yep. So, anybody have any other questions? No? So once this is done simmering, I don't know that it's been a whole 20 minutes, but I'm going to drain it anyways. You strain it through a cheesecloth and let it cool. So I'm not going to add the yeast because it's too hot right at this point. So once that's cool, you add take your water and a little bit of yeast to dissolve the yeast to put it in the batter, and then add a little bit of vanilla. And I store it in quart jar and leave it sit on your counter for 2 or 3 days. Don't put your lid on real tight. Just leave it a little bit loose so it can get some air, because yeast is a plant. It has to breathe. And then after that, you can serve it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very easy. That's the original recipe right there.
I wonder if we can make it into like a syrup for pancakes, just.
I don't know why you couldn't. I would use less water. You maybe cut the water in half
Yeah.
and add some honey to make it thicker.
And then like add the vanilla into the pancake. Sorry, my fat girl is showing.
I don't know why it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I was gonna say with the syrup, put it on ice cream or something, you know.
That's a new dessert and say, this is really
Right
healthy.
now.
You could have really healthy dessert
Heck yes.
over your ice cream. I don't know why you couldn't, but it's very easy to make. It's not hard at all. And if you wanted to carbonate that, you could buy some seltzer water. Put less water in, like a cup of water, cut the water in half, and put seltzer water in before you drink it. It'd probably be real good. Carrie's going, I'm gonna check this out.
She's like, I'm gonna go play with this.
Later this week there was an explosion when somebody.
Just mind your business. Willow Street goes up in flames.
We didn't need those
Just
windows
practice a
anyway,
little
you know.
kitchen chemistry today. Yes.
How do you know my mom's name?
Oh, she's been around the block a lot, sweetie.
In a good way. In a good way. Claire.
I've known her for a long time.
Yeah, me and Anita go way back.
Anti-inflammatory, antifungal,
So you.
cancer fighting, builds your immunity, good for digestion, good for fevers. Oh, it would be good for you. So if you're interested in ordering the herbs themselves, I got these from Mountain Rose Herbal Medicinal Plants. You can order online. So pretty easy.
Interesting.
Yeah. So everybody's gonna go home and make root beer, right? Or root tea.
I'm gonna give it a shot. I have to order the one group.
The licorice or sassafras. And you have to get the sassafras extract instead of the root. They don't sell the root anymore. There's, I don't remember, there's a chemical in the actual root that will cause cancer, so they took it off the
Holy.
market.
Okay.
So you have to use the extract.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
You
I
get
don't
that
remember.
from Mountain Rose too.
mhm. Yeah, that's where I got all of this. The ginger I bought from Joe's because they sell fresh ginger. I'll just chop it up and use it. But, yep. And if you wanted to add some other things, burdock you could add, or dandelion you could add to it.
This recipe yields how much? Is it just a couple of cups?
It's just 2 cups, yeah.
2 cups. Okay.
Minus whatever you lose when the water's evaporating.
Right, or, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. I made 2 quarts because I knew I'd have several people, but yeah, it just makes a little bit more than 2 quarts, or a little less than 2 cups. Do you have a question, huh?
When did you meet my mom?
A long time ago. I don't even remember.
I don't even remember. We've always known each other.
For a long, long time, yeah. For a long time. So, yeah. Did you like the root beer? It was different, huh?
Yeah.
You want to take the rest of the quart home?
He's undecided. It's okay.
You don't like it? Tasted too funny to you? Yeah.
I think part of it is that, depending on how much licorice root you put into it, you can also make it more bitter, make it,
Yeah.
flavorful, depending on how you like your root beer. So that's
Yeah, you can adjust.
Oh, that's a good point.
experimental, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can adjust
'cause-
the herbs and stuff too.
But I've tried IBC, and I'll tell you, that stuff's got way too much licorice in it.
Oh,
But
does it?
A&W, Dad's,
Yeah, they all change tweak the recipe a little
Exactly.
bit to whatever their personal tastes were.
yeah.
The main thing is that as long as it has sarsaparilla and sassafras, that's the 2 main ingredients.
Now, Sioux City sarsaparilla, that's some good stuff.
I've
Oh,
never
I
tried
agree
that.
with that.
You know,
You should
could
see
do
what the
same
kitchen
thing
looks
with
like.
just straight sarsaparilla, I'm sure it started out the same.
Oh, yeah,
And they just
yeah.
added sugar and some carbonated water to it. Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper were all come from pharmacists way back in the late 1800s.
Well, Dr. Pepper worked for a long time to get that recipe to nail down, so.
Coca-Cola actually had cocaine in it.
Yes, I.
Until like the 60s, 70s?
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
they took it
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so a lot of our soft drinks, they were medicinal.
Medicinal, yeah.
It's raining. It's snowing.
Doing something.
Yeah.
Pepsi was, something to soothe your stomach,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, the stuff we drink for soda now originally was medicinal recipes. So.
Or the original cough syrup with key ingredient whiskey.
Right.
The kids are sleeping really good now. Yep.
My grandma lived to be 97. And
They're not coughing anymore.
She got a cold. It was a hot tonic before
Yeah, my
bed.
grandma.
A little bit of honey and lemon and a shot of whiskey.
My grandma was like,
Sleep like a baby.
Mhm.
Well, if you think about it, honey is soothing. Lemon will clear out your sinuses. The alcohol relaxes you so you'll sleep.
Right,
I mean, what does NyQuil do? Some of the
Exactly.
other cough
Right.
syrups.
it's okay.
Basically, yeah.
Science
I
class.
had a nurse tell me if you got a really bad cold to you, a nurse, my neighbor, said if you're really sick, have a hot toddy and go to bed.
Yeah, I'm prone to strep throat,
Uh-huh.
and like I know it's coming on, and it's
LA 200, sweetheart. I'm not kidding. LA 200. Huh? Do you know what LA 200 is? It's cattle grade oxytetracycline.
Oh my.
I swear by it because I'm prone to sinus infections and ear infections. I feel one coming on. Same with your strep throat. 4.5 milligrams per 100 pounds body weight. Pull it up in a syringe. Stick it with some cranberry juice and chase it with or orange juice because it's real bitter
okay.
and it'll save you going to the doctor.
Interesting. There you go, babes.
Home Remedies 101.
I'm a vet tech. I've been doctoring myself for bacterial infections for over 50 years. It works. I'm just here to tell you. Because I get sick at least once a winter and have to doctor myself. I had walking pneumonia last year. It cured it.
Oh,
Ooh,
God.
fun.
And I grew up as an asthmatic, so I'm used to just about everything in the book. They see me at the pharmacy, like, what are we after this time? Well, you see.
But yeah, there's no reason to go to the doctor for about 99% of the
Stuff that you got,
stuff that you have. You can doctor yourself for almost anything if you know how to do it.
Oh, okay, that's actually a good
So,
question.
anything else, guys? Yes.
When did you learn this, and how long have you known this? How long?
I've been studying herbal remedies for probably almost 40 years. That's older than your mom.
Huh?
I said that's probably older than your mom.
Nope.
No, you passed 40? Okay.
44.
Well, see, there you are. So you would have been in diapers yet, almost. Maybe out, maybe barely out. But yeah, it's everything I know is just self-taught. Pick up a book and read it. And now with the internet, there's so much stuff out there. Like I was telling these guys, that if you're really interested into herbal medicine, there's a book called The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies, Nicole Apelian, one of the best sources I've ever seen. So
I have it.
it's a wonderful book. It's about $50 by the time, maybe 47, 48 by the time you pay
Well
for
worth
shipping.
it.
Well worth it.
Worth
It's
it.
one of the best herbal remedy books I've ever seen. It tells you, it gives you pictures and descriptions of the plants, how to use them, how to make tinctures and syrups, and yeah.
her name again?
Nicole Apelian is Apelin, I think. I've got it in my office if you're interested in it. Lian, but yeah, she's one of the best
Lost
Herbal.
Book of Herbal Remedies.
herbal remedies. Yeah, it's green and it's got like a gold design on the cover. Like I said, I've got it in my office if anybody would like to see it, but it's well worth getting. And yeah, there's no reason we can't heal ourselves.
No,
All you got to
because-
do is educate yourself.
Is root beer, does that factor in as one of her herbal remedies?
She doesn't have it in that form. She describes the parts,
Uh-huh.
the separate herbs, and you can break it down, but she doesn't use that formula.
Uh-huh.
by herself. It's all like, this herb is good for this and that herb is good for that. And from soup to nuts, she's got everything in there. Goes into dried mushrooms
And
and
where did you get this recipe? That you're
mountain
using?
rose herbs. Oh, this recipe?
Yeah.
The internet.
Okay.
Internet.
And how did you choose this particular recipe?
It looked like it was the most concise. There's probably 4 or 5 that I looked at. It was the easiest, and they all pretty much had the same things in them. They didn't really vary very much. But this I just thought was the easiest one and would be the easiest to learn.
Yeah.
Are these the actual things you need to make?
Yep. Have your mom buy the stuff, and she'll help you make it. It's really easy. It's called kitchen chemistry. Just like homemade soap, it's kitchen chemistry.
I know you're gonna make them all.
I have no idea how to make homemade soap.
I know you're
I
gonna.
did a class on this a year or so ago. How come you didn't come?
I actually don't. I sell it.
Oh, you make your own soap? I knew you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you make the lye based or is it glycerin based?
Lie.
Yeah, that's the glycerin based soap is not soap.
No, I let him do the glycerin
Yeah.
because he likes to help.
You don't want to splash because it is. You can get some pretty good, decent chemical burns. Yes.
When did you find this?
Oh, probably 3 weeks ago.
That's a pretty dang long time.
Pretty dang long
For a
time.
dang long time.
A dang long time. So you can tell your friends you have real root beer when you go to school tomorrow.
Yeah.
These are my friends right here.
Oh, I thought they were brothers. No.
Those are brothers.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah.
is my only one.
You have only the one.
It's actually Miles.
Well, I'm glad you came. Did you guys put your name in the box for a book back there?
Not yet.
If you sign up for a book, we're here in a couple of weeks. We're going to draw somebody's name out and you win a free book.
The tall one is Miles, and the short one is
Really.
Ashley.
Cool. So, what else do you need to know?
Dumb question. How long do those keep, or do you have to keep them sealed up all the time?
In the dried form?
Yeah.
Oh, they'll keep for a long time.
Okay.
Maybe a year or 2 years. As long as they're dry and in a cool place, they'll keep for a long time.
And what about once it's made? and
I
done?
would put it in the refrigerator. It'd probably last a week or 2.
Okay.
I don't know that it would mold it.
On no time limit.
Yeah. Once you're done fermenting for 2 or 3 days, put it in the refrigerator and keep it cold, and
Oh,
it
there
should
you go.
last for a few weeks.
Did you like it or not?
I liked it, but I'm into herbal remedies, and I don't mind stuff that tastes a little bit different than what you expect. If you could drink LA juice with LA 200 in it, my God, you can drink about anything.
Did it taste a little weird to you?
Different than what the soda pop is, than the product you buy in the store. It's different. Yeah. So, anything else, guys? No, everybody's gonna go home and order herbs. Make root beer, right?
My daughter's a science experiment worker in the family, so
Yeah.
I'll
Definitely share that
Don't
with
give it
her.
a shot. Go for it.
Give it a shot, yeah. And if you want to add like burdock root or dandelion root, it'd make it better. Because dandelion and both are very detoxifying for the body.
Oh, we had burdock growing mad at our place. When we used to live down there on Kansas City, those little big leaves that we had.
Yeah, burdock is good for you.
Yeah.
Cleanses the liver.
For
Cleanses
some
the
reason, the
blood.
city wanted us to cut it out of there, though. I mean, they're like, that's supposed to grow that high. Well, why not? The rabbits liked it out there.
Yeah.
Squirrels.
Now, there's a lot of our weeds are actually like dandelion, burdock, or yarrow is another one. Very medicinal.
Oh yeah.
So you shouldn't be killing them. You should be drying the leaves and digging up the roots. And I've got my own little homegrown pharmacy. Say what?
My daughter's got that burdock everywhere.
You should chop it up and dry it and start selling it. It's easy to dry. Huh? Get some for yourselves, yeah. Just dig up the roots. And the tap roots go way deep. They're hard to dig up.
Yeah,
I'd suggest watering it down or getting it after a rain when the soil's soft. Because they're hard to dig up and they're hard to break off because they're very tough. If you can get the smaller plants, it would be easier. And then just wash them off and peel it and chop it up and let it dry. Or you could make a tincture out of it. If you made my tincture class here a couple of years ago, you know how to make a tincture.
Science class.
Huh?
Science class.
No, you fill a jar with whatever your herb you're in 3/4 of the way, and then cover it with vodka and let it sit for a month. That's a tincture. You only use a tablespoon at a time, so you're not going
Wow.
to get drunk on it.
Right.
But it's very concentrated. All of them are, and very good for you. If you're catching a cold, horehound tincture syrup is one of the best things for bronchitis.
Remember that's what my mom we did with the vodka that one time for the
Right.
vanilla extract.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. She's like, "We're going to buy you a bottle of vodka, Mom." You're what?
Vanilla, yeah. So vanilla beans in it. So
Yep. Worked well.
it did. So, anything else?
Well, you want to
Marilyn's
make something
gonna
to share with your
go
mom?
make Uber,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, she did make vodka with her.
Little play science experiment with Angel.
Well, yeah, it's with your situation, it'd probably be really good because it's good for digestive problems and with cancer running in the family. Wouldn't hurt you. No yawning. So, all right, well, I think we're done, guys. Any other questions?
Very interesting.
So
Educational.
then after you've strained it out
Yeah, after I straight it,
and it's cooled, then you add the yeast and a little
Yes,
bit of
and this
vanilla.
is- yeah, it's still too hot.
Yeah.
So just dissolve your yeast in a little bit of water, otherwise it'll clump up.
Uh-huh.
And then add the vanilla, and I just put it in a jar like this with
Right.
the lid, and don't seal the lid down tight. Let it, because it's got to breathe a little bit. Yeast is a plant; it has to breathe so it can grow, and that's what gives it the fizzy taste. And then after it, I'd let it ferment for 2 or 3 days, and then store it in your refrigerator.
Uh-huh.
So, or if you wanted to make a syrup, I would use half the amount of water and more honey or molasses for sweetener.
And you would still have to ferment it.
Yeah, I would ferment it. Yep, or if you want to do the syrup and add carbonated water to it, you could probably not do the yeast.
The fermenting itself adds good properties
Mhm.
to it though.
Were you at the fermented foods class last winter?
No, I've seen.
See? Am I gonna have to do these all over again?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a yearly thing, just so
My
it's
knee
clear.
was all torn up, I couldn't go in.
You are, because I'm new and I wanted to.
So I have to start all over with foraging for medicinal plants and how
Yes.
to use
Yes.
them and, oh.
Shop class.
Huh?
Shop class.
Well, I've been doing this for 4 years now.
Well, or put them online.
No, I'm not gonna put them on.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep them a secret. Actually, they're not a secret. There's a lot of people that are really interested in this stuff because doctors and pharmacies are getting extremely expensive, and pharmaceutical drugs are just synthetic drugs. They're not good for you. You can, if you educate yourself just a little bit, and it's not hard to do, you can probably treat 99% of illnesses. Like I said, in my whole life, I've been to the doctor once since I've been an adult, and that was for a bad case of bronchitis. I had a really bad cough. And had I been taking Horehound at the time, I probably could have avoided that. So, but that was before I knew about Horehound.
Yeah.
So it's specifically good for bronchitis, and it's an expectorant, so it gets rid of all the mucus, and
Oh yeah, I got the lozenges. They're good stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's easy to make. I grow it in my property. I have jars of it dried.
You grow Horehound?
Oh, it grows like a weed once you get it started.
Out by our place, we got
Do you,
mint
do you
that
want a
grows
plant?
wild
I'll bring you a
too.
plant. I've
That
got
works
lots
out
of
pretty
them
good too.
out of my garden. It's a little cold yet, but once it warms up, I'll dig you up a plant. Thank you're welcome. Once they take off, they grow wild. They have very little care. So
Oh, that sounds like my kind of plant.
it's hard to kill.
I've
Anything
killed
to get rid of
cactuses.
the
It's a
plaque
bad situation.
Man.
Have you ever killed wine gourd?
Oh, the bindweed.
Yeah,
That stuff is awful.
yeah, it is. It's invasive.
Yeah, there's probably a medicinal use for it, but I haven't discovered what it is.
Yeah, so until you do, it's like, why grow it?
Yeah, it's just awful
And one
stuff.
thing I learned about that is that the seeds will live for 50 years.
Oh, really? No
Wow.
wonder you can't get rid of it.
Mm.
That stuff. That was the only good reason for having sheep, is they'd kill bindweed.
Boy,
Because they bloom, bindweed blooms toward the end of the summer when everything else is brown.
Yeah.
And sheep will eat it because it's green, and they'd eat it before it went to seed, and they would actually kill it. So,
Bring a couple sheep over.
yeah, yeah. Yep. So, alrighty. Anything else? So it sounds like I have to do my whole series over again, huh?
Yeah.
You start with medicinal plants and how to make tinctures and syrups and, well, I can do it again.
Do the timing and drag angel here.
So maybe I will. So there's actually quite a few people getting interested in this stuff because, like I said, medicine is not. Yeah, they like to keep you sick.
Yeah.
Because they don't make you, well people don't make doctors money. So they like you to come in and start feeding you pills and charging you $300-400 at a whack and.
I always say that's why they call it practicing medicine.
Yep.
They don't know. They don't know.
They know, but they do that because they don't want you to get well.
Right.
There's actually cures for cancer. Just is that in the front page of the news? No.
The worst thing to hear. We're going to name a disease after you.
Oh, they're trained to find diseases and doctor people and keep them coming back.
Oh yeah.
What?
There was a vet one time told my dad, said, "We don't charge this old lady $50 to see her cat and give her a 50-cent bill, she won't be happy."
Yep. Allergies. So yeah, they like to keep us coming back. I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in my jar.